This scene straight up scared the hell out of me. Oh my god. It creeped me out for 2 days straight. I couldn't sleep with the lights off because of this scene. It really creeped me out. It really scared me. I'm serious. 2 days straight. Could not turn off the bedroom light. I could not do it at all. We see a scene of a spaceship in space. That was a bit of an oxymoron. I think that's the thing where something is redundant. And it crash lands on the desert, where apparently we see Jack and Ashi. We see this whole thing that looks like an airplane. I like the whole scene where they brought grass to the monster, and Jack is telling Ashi, eat this, and Ashi is just like, no thank you, and he's like, yes, I've had it before, it's good. He eats it and turns into a fish, and he's like, I don't feel so good. Next thing, the thing leaves him and he's like, he feels better, and I'm like, okay, that's a nice little skit, but I did not know that was setting the pace for the rest of the episode. Like, this episode should be titled Cringe. I know some people refer to it as feels. Oh my god, this episode was so feels. No, this episode was cringe-worthy for me. Like, I was just holding myself. I wanted to rip out my heart and hide it somewhere because I cringed. I was locked in the cringe position. They got on the moving vehicle. I can't even call it a vehicle because it's on an animal, and the whole thing was crowded. My sister saw a scene, my younger sister, and she was like, are these watermelons or tigers? And that was exactly the moment where I realized their heads look like watermelons. But back to this, Ashi's like, oh, something's poking me, and we look down and we see Jack's sword, and I'm like, oh my god, they went there again. First with the penis joke from Scaramouche, and now with the sword thing. What? Why? Oh god. And I think I skipped over the whole them trying to hold on to the pole thing with their hands constantly touching and everything, and I'm like, why are you doing this to me? Then Jack just notices die. Then he notices death. Then die. Death to no. What did I even say? Oh yeah, die Samurai Jack. And Jack's like, Ashi, we are not alone. And I'm like, no freaking duh. I can't believe all these people were here just to kill Jack. This death thing really creeped me out, you guys. You have no idea. And as they're trying to fight, they keep bumping into each other, touching each other, just being all, oh, I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry. No, my fault. They'd be like, look out. And I'm like, why? This whole thing is like, are you guys children? Are you middle schoolers? Your hands just touched while punching. Why are you apologizing? We see Jack noticing Ashi when she touches his shoulders to kick somebody, and then Ashi noticing Jack as he holds her waist and his thumb just rubbing. Oh my god. I am so happy. You have no idea. Even reviewing this thing, my whole body is pressed up against itself. It's just cringy, but it the feels like Ashi's back rubbing up against Jack, and Jack's just noticing everything, and the intermission between fight music and romantic music, like the last episode where it was jumping between action and calm. This one is jumping between action and romance. I can't even pronounce things right anymore. Jack says, should we leave? She was like, yeah, and they just jump off the freaking thing, and Ashi's arms are around Jack's neck, and they just looked at each other, and she just slowly just slides off his body, and they both have this mutually fun, I don't know, type of I did something bad type of smile. They walk through the desert, and we see they reach an oasis. Jack builds the hat that his mom taught him. He makes one for himself and he makes one for Ashi. I don't know why they like making the side of Ashi's face look so elongated. I just cannot help but think monkey. Was it racist? I thought the racist thing was comparing monkeys to Africans. Anyway, it's not racist. They enter a sandstorm. They're like, we need to get out. They find the spaceship to take shelter, and Jack's like telling Ashi, be careful, but she just whoop down on the ground, and she was like, did you say something? She was like, nope, I didn't say shit. Jack is here trying to maybe protect Ashi or say be careful, but you forget this woman can take care of herself. They're going through like looking at all these strange things, and something just straight up latches onto her. You can see the pain. Jack sucks out the poison, and I'm like, oh god, so much contact. After that, they're just like, we need to leave, but they can't even. The exit is just straight up gone, and they continue running, and this place is just massive. They're just confused, and this thing is chasing after them. And I'm like, after that whole tiger death scarring scene, I just cannot wait to see the monster they'll give us in this episode. I was literally scared at a point, like, should I stop watching this? Because I was watching it alone at night, and I didn't know how much of a little bitch I could be until I watched that episode. But the main monster wasn't really that scary. It was just a black blob of leeches. I don't know, some people find leeches terrifying. I just know that I've never encountered one, and I never plan on doing so. And we see Jack fighting this thing, but Ashi has no weapons against it, so it's really dangerous. And you just know one of these things, it gives out poison or something, and oh my god. They come to this place to get machines, and Jack is trying to figure out how to stop this monster because there's this box that can stop him, and Ashi distracts him with something for a few minutes, and she's like, sorry, and he goes back, and he was like, that's the end. And I'm like, come on Jack, have you ever heard of multitasking? Listen with both ears. And I would have told Ashi, well, thanks a lot, now I don't know how to use this thing. But he's just saying this. He tells her this thing will stop the monster. She gears up like, I'm ready, let's go. But he doesn't tell her he doesn't know how to use it yet, which they could have stayed there and figured it out or something. Oh my god. The whole fight scene with it, Jack hands Ashi the machine. She was like, cover me. She was trying to use it, and the leeches came, and I'm like, oh my god, no. But they jump on her cloth and she rips it, whereas I didn't even think that was the case. I thought they were actually on her skin or something, but when she just comes out naked, I had to rewind the scene because obviously I would, and I found out that no, they were on her clothes, the thing she wears on her body. She rips it open and she just comes out naked, and Jack's like, oh my god, Ashi, you're naked. Like, his voice actually pitches and disappears, and she was like, yeah, so, because technically people believe she's been naked this whole time with whole charcoal on her body. But don't forget, when she scrubbed it off, she looked for clothes to wear, so she knows being naked is not socially acceptable. But in this case, she just did it like it was nothing, and Jack is just like, you're a woman, you have things that are private, things that are meant to be private. And Jack's voice just went up 1,000 octaves. It was just so hilarious. And he just throws his robe on her at a point. And she was like, what are you doing? He was like, I'm trying to protect you from the monster. And Ashi's like, you're acting weird. He's like, me? Weird? Oh god. I memorized the lines, you guys. That's how much I loved the scene. He even corrects her saying, is a geisha, not a robe. And I was just like, yes, just wear it. They continue fighting the monster. At this point, the leeches grow teeth and just become, well, I won't say terrifying, but nah, it overwhelms them at a point. But I just thought they should have just thrown the machine at the thing and it'll activate. But apparently there is a combination of sequences you need to press, so my stupid ass would have gotten myself killed. But the whole thing sends a kind of electric shock that explodes it, I guess. I would have used the bazooka or a flamethrower, that's just me. And not only does it shock them, I think it shocks the poison that they emit, because they were just eating them basically alive. And you can see them in so much pain, and it's like, Jack! Ashi! When Ashi screams, I'm not really sure how intense the pain is, because she had that whole battle cry in the last episode. But when Jack screams, I know how intense the pain is. So when Jack is just roaring here, we just know, oh yeah. But they were just calling for each other's names, and I'm like, did they want to kiss, or did they just realize, okay, I don't want to die without this person knowing, or something like that? But yeah, the leeches die. They're here breathing like, ah, that just happened. And then next was just Smooch Central, and oh my god, yeah, somebody tweeted to me what happened, but I didn't know they kissed. But when I went on YouTube, somebody's damn thumbnail ruined the whole thing. I would have loved to have seen this just happen, but oh my god. Okay, look, listen. I get you're trying to get ahead on YouTube, get more views and something, but putting spoilerish things on your thumbnail doesn't help. And I'm not calling any names, but I think you guys will probably know who I'm talking about just by looking at thumbnails. Don't put spoiler things. If you notice, my thumbnails don't reveal shit about the episode. It's just something random that yes happened, but will not hinder the enjoyance of it. And I hate spoilers. Let me spoil things for myself. Do not spoil something for me. I'm putting it as a thumbnail. Yes, to you it might just seem like something that happened in the episode, but to me it's something huge and impactful and important, which could argue that maybe a thumbnail I'll put for myself is important to somebody, but I put a random scene, you guys, that nobody's perfect. And that's just my own 2 cents on it. Don't use spoilerish thumbnails. Even if you're trying to get ahead, it won't get you ahead by much views these days. YouTube is broken apparently. And the whole kiss just seemed weird with the gunk all over them. Like Ashi's mouth, I don't know, is it that her lip? I was confused as to whose lip it was at first, because I had to physically tell myself, okay, it's Ashi's lip. So how the tip of her lip is under his nose? Is this how kissing works? But now that I look at it more intently, ooh, it's a romantic kiss, and I'm just so happy. And a lot of people were pissed the fuck off, like, oh my god, you people that wanted Jack and Ashi, congratulations. And I'm just like, you do know that this whole thing was planned before the episode came on air, right? This episode would have already been pre-recorded and everything, so us wanting Ashi to get together would not change the outcome. The same thing as if the creators had planned for them not to get together. Us wanting them together would not have changed the outcome, because everything has already been pre-made. So calm your tits, you big baby. You're here saying we ruined it, we got what we wanted. And I'm like, just like how you wanted them to be platonic friends, I wanted them to get together. Why is it what you wanted is more important than what I wanted? And I just got to make mention to the, oh god, I can't remember their name right now, but they're always commenting on how they just want to see Jack snap Ashi's neck, and I'm like, that's brutal, but that's your own opinion, that's what you want, and if it happened, good. What you wanted happened, but this is what I wanted, and it happened, because come on, I'm an oracle, you guys. I can just predict the freaking future. And the whole music, everybody wants to be with something, I guess. Oh god, this episode was just so cringy. It was awesome, it was perfect, it was everything I wanted it to be. Everything, freaking everything. And yeah, that'll be all from me today, folks. Thanks y'all so much for clicking to watch. Please don't forget to read my books on Wattpad, support me on Patreon, and follow me on Twitter. Tweet me your favorite scene from this episode. And as always, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and stay awesome. This is TBC signing out.